Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between. I'll put it right there. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a change one.
Welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
My name is Sean, and we're two chefs talking about our lives, one finished plate at a time.
Like my sugar with coffee and cream.
Whatever, never, and everything else in between.
That's right.
Oh, wait, Sean, give me a second.
Yeah, no
2
doubt.
seconds. It's actually recording your voice too, which is fine. However, I just want to record the audio, so give me 1 second. I think it might be under this one. Round 2.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a change one.
There you go. Welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
My name is Sean, and there's hella feedback.
I like my sugar with coffee and cream.
Heard feedback. How about now?
Yeah. Now it's good.
Okay. Oh my God, it's okay though.
Face of Teddy Riley.
Oh my God. Well, some complicated, tech on our computers lately. However, it's still okay. How you doing, Sean?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Oh man, another week, another set of technical difficulties.
You know what I downloaded today, Sean?
What did you download, sir?
2K.
Did you?
I did. 2K20 is on its way.
Hey,
it's $20.
Yeah, man. That's good. I'm glad.
I haven't played a basketball game in years, Sean. Years. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be a good experience nonetheless. I'm excited. I have no idea who the hell's in what team or what the hell to do with it, but I think it's gonna be cool nonetheless.
You know what? It's the best time to play that game because the NBA is kind of all sorts of weird. And because the NBA is not in season, it's suspended, right? Yeah. Like all the rosters are weird because like usually
do they follow like the roster?
I won't say working, but I guess when the season's in play, they update the rosters every day. So if guys get injured or traded, like they have all of their attributes, ready to go. If someone had a really good game last night, it's going to be reflected in the game in the morning. But obviously, because the NBA has been suspended for a good month, like the rosters are kind of weird.
So everyone's stats is just like flat. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's not that they're flat, but they just have teams made of so they just said, all right, well, guys that are injured that are on a team now, they're just so you can play as them. It's weird. So it's like best case scenario NBA as far as the rosters are concerned. Okay, but so it's still a good time to
what the game is.
Get
so
the
game actually reflects real time what happens on the draft and everything that happens in like real life game. They just get reflected
the next day, like in the morning. So for me, that's the game that I play the most. Like literally, like if you wake up in the morning, let's say you were up at 8 in the morning, sometime between like 9 and 10, they'll push an update to the game to reflect all the stuff that happened last night and set up the games that would have happened on TV that same night.
Nani?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's
it's
intuitive.
Really cool.
Holy crap.
And again, that's just like the top layer. But again, if you're getting in for $20, that's a good time. You can learn to play the game and see if you want to, get in there for next year's. But
it's a win-win.
Whenever you're ready, you can come.
No, I will. I'll hit you up because it's just gonna take a little bit because like I said, I haven't played a 2K game since. I'm assuming the first one is like 2003 is the first one I played a long time ago. But and then I just kind of stopped because I didn't play any more video games for a bit, and I switched over to like fighting games kind of. It's like in the same kind of token. I stopped all sports. I used to do a lot of Madden too, like a lot. think Madden 97 was like the best one I played, like religiously. A lot of Madden 97. 98, and then the other one where they had like super moves. What do you remember what that one was? That one was ridiculous
like
too. 2002. Like Blitz.
I know there was like one where they had like Michael Vick on the cover when he was on the Falcons, and that dude was just like a cheat code. Like he could run faster, he could throw better, you couldn't tackle him, and yeah. I mean, I used to like, I don't really watch football like that, but for a time I used to buy Madden every year. And then the same thing would happen. I'd buy Madden, I'd play it for like 3 weeks until the basketball games came out in like September, October, and then stop.
Yeah.
So I don't buy Madden now, but from what I understand, it's still a damn good game.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy game. Good. I haven't followed football. I haven't followed a lot of games actually lately. It's just kind of just RPGs. I mean, it's
kind of tough for us,
yeah,
in our industry, only because like, I mean, generally you're gonna be, you know, we work the weekends, and especially, I mean, you and I, we definitely worked every Sunday, so you're gonna miss the majority of the football season just being at work. And I know for me, when I was growing up, I played basketball on the weekends, so I wouldn't watch football regularly. Like generally, I'd be trying to do my homework either Friday night ahead of my basketball games, and if I couldn't finish, then Sunday like afternoon or night after my basketball game. So I wasn't really watching football like that. But Madden was always still fun. Like I feel like that was definitely the game. One of those games where like if you went over to someone's house, if they wanted to test your video game mettle. If they were gonna play a fighting game, they're just like, all right, you gotta play we gotta play Madden.
Yeah.
And for me, like I could play offense. I do not understand football defense. Like it's
I don't know. I think at one point I was pretty good at it, but then I lost track of how to kind of understand what's even like when the football game's on. I'm just like, I think that's whatever. You know, like the referees are making like weird hand signals. I'm just like, yeah, sure. I kind of remember, not really.
I get the concept of like what your objective is, you know, on any given play. But I mean, my thing is like I don't know how to counter pick for like the formations. Like, why do you need 3 guys in the back on this play? Why do you need to stack them up? Why should you not just blitz every time? Like that intricacy.
Because you blitz every time, Sean.
For a season, I could probably pick up some of those things, but so generally, it's like I would play Madden. I could come down the field and score, but I would get blown out because I could never get any stops.
I have no idea. I just remember when there was the 3 screen, like when you chose like whatever your move was, and you're just like, yeah, this kind of looks okay. Sure, we'll go with that one. That's how at least how I felt about it at the time, and then I finally understood. But then it's been so long, but. Yeah, 2K is downloading, or rather it's on idle right now and it's doing its thing. So it should be up and ready by either tonight, or it's going to be ready by tonight. And I'll give it a whirl tomorrow, just to see if we can do some free throws.
Definitely try out. They have something called 2KU, where like you can learn how to play the game. Like I know that you know how to play basketball, but specifically like how to play the game, how to call plays, how to dribble, you know, that stuff is like the intricacies of that are pretty in depth. So while I think you can, if you don't know how to do some of those things, you can have fun running up and down the court.
Yeah.
But if you can dive into some of those like gameplay systems and make the most of them, like that can really change your understanding of the game. And then one thing I would definitely tell you, well, I won't say tell you to stay away from, at least at this point, is I would say make a my player.
Okay.
And because it's like a RPG mode.
Okay.
Where like you make your own.
Oh, you get to do like a rags to riches.
Okay. And like once you kind of, I won't say raise and develop this character, then you can take them online and play in all sorts of virtual leagues and scrimmages against other people online.
Oh, like you as a player.
You as a player
get drafted.
Like, you can make cases.
Oh wow.
you know, and
how complicated is the face making?
Oh yeah,
can I
hey, PlayStation camera scan your face, make you
however I don't have a PlayStation camera,
as detailed or as fantastical as you want it to be.
I'm definitely gonna make an Asian version.
I know you're gonna. You're gonna make a my player, and I'm gonna leave you to my player
with a top knot and everything, Sean.
Levels, man. See,
it's happening tomorrow.
Sucks, about 2K is they're very smart because like the game is addictive and like it's got all the inherent competitive nature of playing like pickup basketball.
Oh yeah.
But like they monetize it in like the worst way. Like you can play my player and grind for like skill points and such, but I feel like if the best player is like 99 overall, you can get to like level like 80 by just grinding.
Oh, wow.
In a reasonable amount of time. And anything above that, you need to kind of like buy their virtual currency to give yourself buffs to get over the level.
To progress something. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, you had me at RPG, so I'm down. I'm gonna give it a go.
I think you'll have fun. And again, if you happen to take your character online, I'll definitely, you know, throw my guy up there. But at this point, again, like you're definitely gonna hop on the court and it's gonna be really funny. You're gonna have a character who's like a level 76 and everyone is gonna be like 99. Like your guy's gonna be wearing some busted ass clothes and people are gonna be running around with like authentic sneakers and all sorts of like, you know, true to life sports apparel and
gotcha.
But
that's how I like it, Sean. I like the raggy look. So I can be like surprising, you know, like the little guy on court.
But they're definitely make it like, oh, he clearly has not been playing because he has no gear.
Yeah,
just like any other RPG, right? Like World of Warcraft, right? Like you're gonna look at some dude who doesn't have like a spike sword and this shield or this helmet, and you're like, that dude has not been playing. I don't want him to raid with me. Word. Same shit.
Oh, I'm excited. So that's the whole endeavor tomorrow. But that's pretty much it. Like I've been watching the other releases. As you know, Modern Warfare just came out. It looks really good, but I don't want to play it. Just like the title last year, I think I bought it. I played it for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, because like it didn't. I don't know, unless it felt like the original Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is my favorite all time. Then I don't want to play it because like other than that, it's just like I don't know. It's whatever at this point. But some other things would be like Cyberpunk 2077 would be out fairly soon too. Yeah, so that one I'm really looking forward to. No delays anything either because of the pandemic or anything. So they're like full steam ahead. But as of right now, I'm calling Final Fantasy VII Remake best game of the year, even though it already came out. So technically, it's not like a new game.
Nah, it's
so like I don't know if it's like
playing this game. Yeah, it's a retelling of an old story, but in the same way that like if they come out with a Spider-Man movie next year, it's a new Spider-Man movie. It's like they're retelling the story, but you know it's a new movie. This is a new game. Definitely a new game. I'll give you that.
Yeah. How many hours have you put into it?
Chapter 14 of 18.
Wow. Yeah, you're almost there.
I'm loving it, man. I am loving it.
You're almost there.
Say the one silver lining in this pandemic is that like I actually have the time to play a current game at I don't know in the current zeitgeist where like people are still talking about it. Yeah. And I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. I know you said you finished it already and you're making your way through another time, but
I'm on hard mode.
I'm glad that I did pick it up. And I would definitely
Have you played any of the online shooters? Like Overwatch just came with a new X pack kind of. There's a new person out too. I forget the name of it. I think I played it the other day. It looked cool. I just haven't gotten around to it. I played a couple Apex Legends this morning just to get the shooter kind of feeling. Also, I completely forgot. You know, got a new mouse and everything. So like when I was moving around, like why is it doing that? I'm like on setting 3, and it's so responsive. It's like intense, and I was like, wow, what a difference. It's not really that expensive either. This is like pre-owned. This is $40.
Not bad.
Somebody didn't want it. It has scratches and stuff on it. I don't care.
Yeah, man, their loss, your gain, man.
Yeah, their loss. But other than that, though, are you ready for some? Is it coming through? I hear it. Yeah. Hey. Maybe I should make that faster. What do you think?
Shots that Tuesday. Shots that Tuesday.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
You know what I'm saying?
So Sean, take it away.
Time, everyone is just going to bed and waking up, and you gotta look at your phone and figure out what day it is. It's like, is it Wednesday? I don't know.
It's Tuesday. So my wife came back from work the other day. She goes, cause it was like she did like a 12 hours, so she did like 14 hours technically. She comes home, she's having a drink, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, what? It's 5:00 somewhere. I'm like, no, it is. And then we looked it up. It was 5:00 in India.
Hey, like, you know what?
It's 5 p.m. in India.
For our brothers and sisters chilling in Mumbai right now. You know what I'm saying?
Give one little toss up. So that's
That's it. Throw 'em
so
back
it's Tuesday somewhere. In the same token, Sean, take it away.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I guess we can. We're talking video games, so we'll talk video game adjacent stuff.
Okay.
So, one of the two of us on this podcast owns a GeForce RTX card, and that person is not me.
なぜですか?
Right. So, one of the coolest things that NVIDIA released recently. They know that everyone or a lot of people are working from home, and since they're working from home and they're doing their teleconferencing, they're using webcams and working in ways that they probably have not done before. And it's getting a lot of people to try web streaming from home as a way to kind of express themselves or make, maybe even make a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. But NVIDIA has released RTX Voice as a beta. And pretty much what that does is it uses some of the extra horsepower of these new RTX video cards to do some real-time noise filtering for your webcam enabled streaming. And there've been some really cool demos. I think you're linking to the same page that I was looking at earlier, Ars Technica, and one of the writers does a really cool demo where he's typing in real time with his mechanical keyboard. And mechanical keyboards, they're really good and really precise, but they're noisy. And like he flicks it on. You go to the article, you can check it out, and it like pretty much reduces that sound down to nothing. Like if you're listening for it, you can hear it, but it does a damn good job. And again, this is like things that most people probably wouldn't even be thinking about, because they work in an office environment, or they're not working with the same sound constraints that using Skype and Zoom and other video platforms for work might provide issues with. So shout out to NVIDIA for that.
Shout out to NVIDIA. Yeah. And actually, article, it's funny you mention that because Sean, do you know what I'm running in my system right now? Let's see if I can pull it up.
Are you running that RTX beta?
You see here? It's actually, I have it on right now. So like, that's cool. I've been typing this entire time. Were you able to hear it? Not really, right?
It's funny. I haven't been able to hear it. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's really just cool. Just looking at WAV files too, you can't really push that beta out.
It's nice. Like I wish they can. I'm pretty sure this is gonna go live because everybody wants this to go. But obviously, you're gonna need an RTX card. I think just looking from this.
See, that's what it's saying. That article there is saying like, in theory, it could run on older GTX level cards. But I guess obviously they want to market it as RTX because they're in the business of selling RTX cards. And they're also saying that the performance overhead that an RTX card will have over a GTX card will mean that you shouldn't have any real like interruptions if you have other things going on that are GPU intensive at the same time.
I dig it.
Again, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
You haven't downloaded the beta yet, right?
I don't have a GTX card, my guy.
I'm sorry. I thought you did.
Yeah, I'm recording on a Mac that is using.
You're on the Mac.
AMD based hardware. So I gotta do my noise compression after the fact.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I can tell you right now, it does work. It does give you the benefit. I have it live right now. So whatever you're hearing live on air has the RTX voice on. Now I only have it at 60%. You can kind of gauge the amount of filtering it does. At 100%, like you can run, like you can start banging on stuff, but like the compression is like it's pretty harsh. Like you'll start to hear. So you just need to dial it back a little bit. Now, granted, I am talking through a pretty nice microphone altogether, so that kind of helps it out. So I don't need much, just a little bit, and it'll filter out quite a bit. But yeah, this is like the best thing NVIDIA has come out in a while. Are you going to cover the other one too? Maybe? Do you know what I'm talking about? The NVIDIA thing?
No, you put me on, man. You got a text Tuesday?
Oh, snap. My bad, Sean. So this is more, I've been reading a lot of the tech stuff only because when it, like for video encoding, right? So NVIDIA came out with an encoder update. So if you are running specifically, though, this is specific now, only in RTX versions. So the lowest would be the RTX 2060 graphic cards. If you're running Premiere Pro, so Premiere Pro based kind of, they have a beta out right now. So in Premiere, if you are rendering the footage, currently you can't do it. Only Apple computers are able to use the hardware NVENC. But now they came out with a beta. Now for PC users, we can also use the extremely powerful GPUs that we have to encode the video for us. So instead of the hardware encoding, software encoding, it'd be hardware based, and that will do it. Sean, when I told you, like it's already doing like minute per minute renders at 4K on my computer. Now it's doing it 40% faster.
Oh wow.
Bro, it's insane. So granted, it's only beta, and there's like a limited like profiles that you can encode to. I'm only there to test it out, but bro, I was pushing out like a 6-minute 4K video at just about like lower than 3 minutes. It was pretty insane.
That's crazy, man. And this is a beta, so you would expect that you know, their rendering pipeline will get more efficient and, you know, become a bit more stable with time. But that's crazy. Those are like
huge,
really good, huge performance gains. You know,
huge. So NVIDIA making big news right now.
That's what you want to see, man. I mean, again, I am looking at a computer build. I guess we'll talk about that in the coming weeks. It's gonna be Windows based.
Are we doing AMD?
But, yeah, AMD CPU, NVIDIA GPU, probably 2060, probably. Yeah. And,
I mean, you can get a 2070 Super on a discount right now. I mean,
I can.
I know, I'm just saying.
We also ain't got no jobs, man.
Right now, it's on sale. 2070 Super. Granted, because 2060 Super spec wise, going up to 2070, it's not that much of a bump. Also, it's not even that big of a jump to 2070 Super. So it's like, if you can get one or the other on sale, you should go for the Super's version. But yeah, that's what they were. At least that's what all the techies are saying, Sean.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Maybe you can confirm for me when you do the benchmarks.
Yeah, when I'm looking around, we'll see if the COVID-19 fairy is nice to us.
Ooh. Did you say fairy?
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep on going. So that's the new NVIDIA stuff.
That's new NVIDIA stuff. what else is going on out there in the world? So Apple and Google, they are working together on some contract tracing tech, using, their smartphone platforms, iOS and Android, to help track COVID-19 infections. So obviously we got different companies from all sorts of different sectors trying to do their best to kind of help either with the manufacture of goods that can help save lives, or with software services that can help make things a bit better. And so pretty much, as was explained to me, these would be apps that you would be downloading onto your phone. And what it would do is kind of leverage the Bluetooth technology to kind of talk to other smartphones in a given range. Now, you would be an anonymous user, right? And let's say, for instance, like I join this program. So I go to work and I go on about my day. And as I'm working in close proximity to other people, our phones are exchanging like minimal information. You're in a program, I'm in a program. And let's say, fortunately or unfortunately, a few weeks down the line, I were to, test positive for COVID-19. Then I would go into the app and then I would register and say, hey, my phone, I'm this user, I have COVID-19. And then what it would then do is then it would report back to anyone that was in close proximity to me within a 2-week time period.
Oh, wow.
And tell them a message to say, hey, you have been in contact with someone who has tested positive. So that could give you the heads up to, seek appropriate care or testing if need be. Now, again, this is a very, very, very beta program. And, they're talking about maybe rolling something out as soon as a month. I don't know if it's really going to be that quick. But, I mean, it shows the kind of thinking that's out there about like how to leverage the technology that we're already carrying with us, to kind of protect each other.
Would it be anonymous enough that people won't freak out too much? Because like, if you think about it, like I know what like you have the same kind of thought that I'm thinking. Because like, what if you figured out that XYZ had an Apple phone that was in my proximity within that time frame?
I guess here's the thing. Like, if you were, let's say, if you were working in a small enough environment where you could probably pick that out, you might already know that. I would like to think that person might reach out to you and say, like, hey, I mean, I know for sure, like, hey, if I came down with it, I would reach out to the people that I work with and say, hey, guys, get tested. Because I just, but I guess it's more so for the people that you could not reach out and back to. Like I said, I live in, New York City. We also work in restaurants. Like, we're going to come in contact with a whole bunch of people that you might not necessarily even like see, know, or speak to.
Yeah, that's true.
So, at least as a fundamental platform, it's interesting. That again, the smartphones that we're carrying could be leveraged to do this. And hopefully, this unprecedented level of access and tracking isn't utilized for something nefarious.
That's why I was just a tad skeptical, just maybe a little bit. But granted, it requires
some buy-in. It does require some buy-in. But hey, if this, we don't know what the new normal is gonna be, in the coming weeks and months when we return to some measure of society. But again, I just thought it was interesting that you have like two tech giants trying to work together on a shared platform for public health and safety. So maybe this is something that doesn't happen, but it seems like it's likely that like it will, or at least it'll become the foundation for some program that again people can use to help spread awareness about potential infections.
Hey, I mean, if it helps, right? Sure. That's just and then maybe I dig the new norm kind of thing.
My last Tech Tuesday story, again, is about account hijacking. Hey, turn on.
Are we talking about the Apple thing again?
I wasn't even talking about Apple. I was talking about Nintendo. So,
we're doing Nintendo.
Everyone and their mom is trying to buy a Nintendo Switch because everyone is home and it's a great time to be playing some video games. However, if you are using a Nintendo Switch and you're using a Nintendo Switch online, or better yet, if you're using anything online that requires you to use an online account that you're going to have tied to some sort of like payment information or payment infrastructure, turn on two-factor authentication. Turn it on. Like, there are people who wake up every day and their sole imperative is to get into your online accounts so that they can steal your credible payment information.
Hackers,
phishers. So it's just kind of hit Nintendo Online over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, again, with a whole bunch of new people buying Nintendo Switches and setting up online accounts for the first time. It's kind of easy to catch in people unawares. But, dude, if you can, anything, two-factor authentication. Make sure you sign up. Change your passwords regularly. Use I want to say like use random phrases, but use random phrases. Like make it hard. Don't use stuff that would be pretty easy for someone to guess that would be linked to you. Yeah.
I'm gonna link it next week. There is not a website, but there is a service that you can sign up to. It's only like $10 for the whole year. It's a VPN website that does your passwords for you. So it does one master password for you.
Sure.
And then you link up all your other things to it. That will then change and encrypt all of your passwords on the daily. So it will just do like a random number generator for your passwords on a daily. It's like super protected. I've been seeing a lot on YouTube. People kind of getting sponsored by it, but I don't have the link right now. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I trust it all the way. However, it could be something. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe next week we'll see.
Start to think about your online security. Think about it,
especially now,
and going forward. I mean, you can see like. A lot of people again have started doing online teleconferencing, and you got issues with people bombing and joining into random Zoom meetings because like people are not using their password protections in the ways that they should, or that they're not even aware that they can be using them that way. So two-factor authentication. If you got any questions, like I said, send an email to us, AskChefSalty. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit Casey up. Like, no problem explaining this in more detail. Or just use your big brother Google and look into it yourself. But it's really, really important that you take the time to secure your online, passwords. And also, don't use the same password in multiple different places.
Yes, Mom.
Yeah.
Dad.
I mean,
Grandma.
You want to write, hey, your brother, your sister, your wife, your cousin, everybody. Like, you start to think, oh, this is a good password. I'll remember this one thing and I'll use it everywhere. But if you do that, if someone guesses or figures it out once, then they can figure it out elsewhere. And, even more nefarious things can happen to you. So.
Question, do you,
yes.
on your Mac, what is your, do you have McAfee on it? Is that an Apple thing? What is for the Apple? What's the iOS for
I mean, they have different.
I think it's just the OS though, right? Whatever the OS is.
The OS has like some very basic virus protection, and we can definitely get into that in another episode. But beyond, I guess, like beyond just that, beyond having that like final measure of protection on your PC, again, like the issue isn't necessarily like how you protect yourself on your machine. This issue is more about how you protect yourself on all the other machines all around the internet. Yeah, you know.
The reason I brought that up is because
to target you on your machine rather than, to come across your credentials somewhere else. And again, there are people that wake up every day and their whole identity and job is about stealing your identity and your information and making sure that it's accurate and then selling it to more nefarious people. This is a very, very, very real thing and a serious thing. So change your passwords, use 2-factor authentication. Like I said, it happens with your Amazon account. It'll happen with your bank account. It'll happen on your stupid Nintendo account, your PlayStation, your Xbox, your Netflix, all these things, your Facebook.
On stupid Nintendo account.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. All you got on your Nintendo account is your game saves and some Nintendo coins or whatever. But it doesn't matter because it's not about getting that information. It's about getting your name and your address and some basic information about like billing. Yeah. And from there you can start to build out a small portfolio of information about you. And you can match that information against other places, and now things can get very interesting very quickly. So
be safe. Sure you change your password.
Do what you got to do there.
2-factor authentication. I think most of the times they just give you, it's like your phone number nowadays. They also provide. It's like, hey, just in case, is this you? Here's your phone number also. Sure. That will pretty much
because again,
like 90%.
It's like, is it gonna stop everything? It's not, but it's gonna give you a heads up. Yeah. It's gonna give you a heads up. You're gonna get a random text message while you're out at the movies, like, "Hey man, I didn't log into my Nintendo account. What's going on with that?
What's this $80 fee that I just got?
Yeah,
what the hell is this?
Understand. Why did I buy $100 of FIFA Ultimate Team card packs? I don't play that game. I can't log into my Zelda anymore. What happened? I'm telling you, and it starts there. It really starts there. So that's my Tech Tuesday.
Word. Yeah, let's bring it into the beautiful word. Not the word, but the beautiful world. Are we doing the remix again?
I love it, man. Is this
doing the thing again? Hold on. Pause, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. This is not the remix version. There we go. It was hold on, let me restart that. Hold on, just what? Can we just like what? I mean, it was a pretty good remix. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah,
I'm gonna change the name of this podcast to Technical Difficulties featuring Sean and Casey.
Oh my goodness, what is going on, people?
Nani?
Why? Okay, let's try that again, huh? Maybe I clicked it too fast.
Okay.
In the world of Monshishi Newsfeed.
Okay, all right.
That's all I wanted to say. Was that so hard? Oh, technology nowadays is such a. I'm not even gonna say the word, but today. So as everybody know, we are all shut down into our apartments, into our homes. You are kind of going about your days, your lives, in your. You might be getting some cabin fever. However, the food will not stop to still produce what they have to do, right? Especially for everything else that's happening. A lot of the bigger companies, when I say bigger companies, like the chain ones, this particular article we're looking at is Chick-fil-A is donating just about $11 million to COVID-19 relief. Now, I know for facts, like the ones that we have over here in Teterboro have already been delivering food So like the hospitals consistently, just like saying, hey, here's some food. Thank you for, being in the front lines for us. So they're all about it. They're like, hey, let's do this for everybody else. Because that's who the ones that are battling currently, and not us. So Chick-fil-A is donating just about $11 million. It's continuing to provide food for customers via drive-through. My wife can attest to this because we had Chick-fil-A the other day. What was it? Sunday, right? Saturday.
Did you get the Polynesian sauce?
No, we did not get the Polynesian sauce.
Oh, come on! You went to Chick-fil-A and get.
We got the the 3 Chick-fil-A sauces and the 3 barbecue sauce. The buffalo sauce. We got that one.
They got their shit together.
Yeah, see, they got their shit together.
Strong endorsement from Caitlin.
Do you want to explain to them how they came about the order?
Uh-oh.
You could just say it here. They'll hear you. Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, like, first of all, it was raining, and motherfucker, you're standing out in the rain. Sorry, I can't.
No, you can curse. Go for it.
Go for it.
So they like coned parts of the parking lot because they knew they were going to have a lot of people, and it was just opened, and there's a huge line already, and they have 2 separate lines, and they have people outside taking your order, so that way they can keep getting people's orders really quick. Mm-hmm. And then you go, and then you pay. Then they have the one thing where you pay, and then you separate back into 2 lines, and they just have people going back and forth from the window, just giving you your food, and they didn't mess up a single thing, and they're just out there in the rain, and it was chill.
Chick-fil-A, y'all. Sponsored by my wife.
Shout out to the strong Chick-fil-A endorsement by Caitlin. Guys are out there doing work.
Thanks, babe.
In the rain.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is doing some work, y'all. I mean, everybody should take a lesson on Chick-fil-A's efficiency. Sean, I've always been impressed about how fast we can always do our things on the line in our own restaurants when you and I were working together. But these people have it to a fucking science. My wife's saying the world should have the Chick-fil-A, let's say, the Chick-fil-A employees just run everything based with like a line kind of thing, because they know what the hell to do. They're efficient as hell. How did they get that efficiency?
What about Sundays?
They're not open Sundays currently, so that'd be like, that's like screwed. The only thing, right?
We ain't get nothing done on Sunday.
Oh my goodness. Chick-fil-A, definitely love them. Also, not Wendy's. No. Not Taco Bell. The other one. Chipotle is also donating. I just don't know how much exactly. I couldn't find the article. But they are also donating to the relief as well. Let's keep on moving. This is a funny one. Queen Elizabeth's health and longevity may be due to her healthy diet. Now, before we get into the article, Sean, how do you think the Queen of England eats on the daily? What kind of meals do you think the Royal Highness consumes to keep this beautiful face going for so many years?
I don't even know what she eats. All I know is that it's like, it's good, it's fresh. She's super rich. Like, what are we even talking about? You would talk about like diet.
What's a diet?
If I were the queen or king of a country, you best believe I'm gonna make it to 94 and beyond. What are we talking about?
Have impeccable skin. Have everything just perfect.
Everything. Look at that. Like, look, guys, you need to look at this video podcast so you can see this lady's immaculate teeth and pearls and hair in her hat.
Oh yeah, you are right. Her teeth are impeccable.
It's like a plaid hat. It is the most fabulous plaid hat I've ever seen.
Hold on, can we click to this? Will it play for us? Oh, I can't hear this.
What are we even talking about? Look at this lady. Come on. She would just want to say it's just her healthy diet.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I would eat chocolate
filthy.
cake every day. I'm down for it.
She is a royal chef.
Sean, I want to be a royal chef, Sean. That's a mouthful.
Like
royal chef.
Sit for the interview. I don't need to get the job. I just want to know that I was like up for consideration. You're like, look, man, part of your job is keeping this wealthy 94-year-old woman alive. You think you got it? And I'm like, I think so.
Yeah, I think I got it.
They be like, well, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A.
I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. Get her the sauce.
Get her the sauce, man. That Polynesian sauce.
So this guy's name is Chef Darren McGrady. He's the guy over here on the video that we're looking about. He's been, I don't think they tell him how long he's been working the bar. He has been doing, I mean, it looks like he's been there. I think they keep him in household. So he must be there since God knows when, since he was maybe 20 or maybe he's 25. He's a 25-year-old. He just looks like he's 87 because that's how us workers look in the kitchen. But it's not necessarily to jeer at the Royal Highness, but her health is impeccable because one,
man, I'm gonna give it to
she's
her.
Royal Highness. Two, she lives in a castle.
Dude,
three,
I'm
unlimited
sure
funds.
She has like a cabinet full of old lady candies, some Lorna Doones.
A cabinet full of old lady candies.
Yeah,
what would those be, Sean?
Rock candy.
Some Ferrero Rocher.
That's
an old lady candy, right?
She got like some of those green and white mints that no one actually likes, but your grandma has.
Wait, can we type this in? Hold on. Sean, have you done this too? I think we should try this. Go into Google and you type in like a word and it will do like its query search because of what people type in. Right. So if we put old lady. Wait, sorry.
Old lady candies.
Was it old lady? Old lady candies. Lady. Yeah. Can I type?
Nope.
Candy.
Yeah, see, there are those strawberry
some taffies. Okay.
Look at those. Look, those are not candies from our time. They are not.
What is this? These are taffies. They're definitely
all come
taffies.
In those old tins. They're like unwrapped.
Oh my God.
You know, she definitely has like a room in her castle. Like that's always freshly stocked with these things.
Oh, the Werthers, right? Those the caramel one you were saying, right? The Werthers.
She remembers when they're so old that like they're branded as Werther's originals, but she's old enough that she just remembers when they were Werther's.
Not originals, just the original.
Like, a royal decree is we roll back to the original recipe. That's what we do it over here.
Oh my God. Okay. That's enough of the memes.
Yeah.
So that's Queen Elizabeth's health. I'm thinking she's going to keep on going for quite a bit. She's a fine looking 94-year-old woman. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Let's keep on going. The COVID-19 outbreak has caused more than 8 million jobs. Restaurant employees to lose their jobs, says new survey. You and I are in the brunt of this, as you know, especially mom and pop stores. Our hearts go out to all of them because most of those stores are like a day-to-day salaried base. That's what they sell is what they keep, like literally. And most of the times they don't have savings or whatnot. So a lot of closings, a lot of foreclosures, but man, our hearts go out to them. So we're part of this 8 million,
like
Sean.
Such tight margins already. So, you know, to not have any business is just catastrophic.
Yeah.
So
it's that's a tough one. Let's keep on going. General Mills is releasing a new cinnamon Cheerios and brought back the banana nuts. Now, Sean, are you a Cheerios family? Do you guys do Cheerios?
Yes, we are. We are a plain Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios type of family. So yeah, both on top of our refrigerator right now.
I dig the Honey Nut Cheerios, but I also dig the plain too. We don't keep cereal too much because we don't really consume dairy. However, sometimes I'll come back with like a lug of cereal from BJ's Market and just keep it in the cupboard there. But this is the new one that we'll be coming out with. This is the new cinnamon Cheerio and banana nut Cheerio. So for all the banana enthusiasts, have you also heard of a banana allergy, Sean?
Yes, I have.
I think I was telling a friend of mine last week, and she goes, no, I can't consume bananas. I'm allergic. I straight up laughed at her face. Now, granted, we not laughed, but we were talking on Facebook, and I'm like, no, you're not, you fucking liar. Who's allergic to bananas? There's nothing there. Are you allergic to bananas? Like, is that why you're raising your hand right now? Are you allergic to bananas?
Look,
my wife's allergic to bananas, y'all.
On the pod, I need to bring V in here one day, and we're gonna have the wife pod.
You're not allergic to bananas. You're fine.
She's looking at you with intense fury, like, if you give me bananas, I'm going to die.
Her mouth gets itchy and she can't taste anything.
My lips look like I got them filled.
That sounds like a real.
So
allergy,
we're gonna
man.
skip that one. So banana allergy.
Caitlin, I got you.
Sean, this is the ending of the thing. I think this is a pure joy per se. This Bob Ross toaster will put his face on every piece of bread that you eat. Oh my God!
Wow.
Can I get this, please? I love this man. If you've never heard of PBS, if you're not from the United States of America, this man ruled PBS between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day
For real.
for like, I don't know, 20 years or some crap. They have it on rollback. Happy trees, right? This brings me joy. How do you feel about it, Sean?
I think it's cool, man. Bob Ross goes down in the White Guys with Afros Hall of Fame.
That's a beautiful throw, Sean.
Who like pulled it off, right? Like,
That's
it's not like one of those weird like early NSYNC Justin Timberlake afros. You're just like, dude, was that like a perm? Like, what
did you just do the NSYNC reference?
Right? Like, what's going on? Right? Like, it's not like Party City, like Afro wig, like nah. It's like Bob Ross was just like, nah, this is my look. He committed to it, man. My man would like paint his nature scenes with his ASMR voice, and lay down them strokes, and he was putting in work. So shout out to Bob Ross. And if you the type of brother or sister out there that wants to slide some margarine or butter on a slice of Bob Ross's face every morning,
be my guest.
You're at Amazon, a click away.
Currently in Walmart, or rather, it's in Walmart. You can get it for $34.99. Bob Ross's face will be imprinted into your toast. And I kind of want it. We actually don't have a toaster here at the house.
Really?
We pan toast. Is that weird? Like, I mean, it does the same exact thing, but it's not like it's not like a physical toaster
from my dad for our wedding, and I broke it out the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Finally.
Shout out to
Pops.
That toaster is getting at work right now. So.
And that is it. That is the Manscapped news. Nothing too crazy. With everything that's kind of going on, hopefully you are staying sane. It's not that we are too intensive on everything else that is going on. However, we are here for comedic value.
That's it, man. Just want to have a good times, good conversation with my good friend, and hopefully you guys out there enjoy these little conversations that we have.
Wait, Sean, can we do this one? Hold on, before we do end. Can you read this? Is that too small?
Nah, that's fine. We're right here. Am I starting from right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll ask you this one. So let's try this. Okay. So this episode is brought to you by not the letter W. Hold on. Manscaped is the number one. Is the number one in below the bug grooming to protect your family jewels. Sean, have you ever heard your shenags when manscaping?
You know, I have heard my shenags while manscaping.
Like most men, we feel the breeze beneath our wings, and I'm talking about our balls. Mm-hmm. That is why Manscaped has redesigned the trimmer, their lawnmower 3.0. And you can read this one.
That's right. The no cuts, no pulling, no tugging, no bleeding satisfaction guarantee.
Keep on going, Sean.
Yeah, the last thing we need is a non-functioning sack, especially if we want to have kids. And I have kids, and I can guarantee, at least as of right now, my sack is functioning. It's like, hey, let's use this Stone Age trimmer and just let the egress of children flow. I'm talking to... Wow. Jesus Christ, man. I'm talking about your buttermilk that will leak if you nick your cojones. We're not doctors, and I'm not sure that that's exactly how that works. However, this is where the lawnmower from Manscaped comes in place.
Oh my God. It's a cordless waterproof trimmer that features their strong 7,000 RPM motor that can handle the bushiest of bushes, the gnarliest hair from under, and has a rust-resistant, hygienic, replaceable ceramic blade that prevents all the hassle. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to manscaped.com and order your own lawnmower 3.0. Now, it is, I say that with a jeer and a laugh because one, I don't own Manscaped just yet. I would like to purchase Manscaped, and we are not sponsored by Manscaped. However, I think for every guy out there, especially during the summer now, right? It's coming up there, April, May, right? All the Justin Timberlake memes will be coming up soon. And also, if you're watching on Netflix right now, Ozarks season 2, the most amazing show ever. We still haven't watched it, Kayla and I, so we're gonna watch it soon. But Ruby, was it Ruby? Remember Ruby? The girl? Is that her name, Ruby? Is it Ruby? Well, the little blonde chick. She looks like Justin Timberlake pre 20.
Yes.
With the hair and everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So that's if you want to prevent that from bushing out even more and getting you comfort down below, manscaped.com will give you the satisfaction guaranteed. Right now it's only $40 online. You can get it at a discount, and I think you will
got like
feel
a light
better.
That you can like shine on the thing, so you can.
It actually does have its own light when you press it.
Yeah, so you
like
can better
a little
see
LED
what you're
light
doing in the area. No need to set up like some contrived, Rube Goldberg machine of mirrors to kind of look. I wish that they had the Manscaped lawnmower back when I was younger. I don't think it would have changed much, but it would have made me feel a lot better about my situation.
You can also use it in the shower. It's waterproof.
So you can also do that. Make sure you get like a shower guard so you can catch all that hair because it's gonna do the job.
That's it. Not too crazy. We're ending on the Manscaped promo at the end, but not too crazy. You can catch us at Chef Salty Pork Podcast on YouTube right here. You can catch Sean at MetroCardX on Twitter. You can, I have a Twitter handle too, but I don't use it, not necessarily. But any questions or anything pertaining to what we talked about, or any questions that you might have, at AskChefSalty@gmail.com. But other than that, Sean, you want to send him out with something?
Yeah, man. Look forward to a video of Casey and I playing some NBA 2K because that is definitely going to happen.
We're definitely going to do 2K. I'm going to check it a little later. Hopefully that's
that is going to happen. Aside from that, I was talking it over with one of my friends, and obviously this quarantine time is like nothing that's ever happened before, and it obviously happens at like the pinnacle of our like technological prowess right now. So it'll be very, very, very interesting to see what kind of creative projects people have been like cooking up inside their homes that they're going to release on the world. One of the sons of a coworker of mine has been making a mixtape featuring the music from Nier Automata set to his own homemade trap beats.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
I'm interested.
I listened to one track so far and it is fire. So if that kind of random output is just happening from one kid in his, his bedroom in Jersey, who knows what the world is going to be, producing, So find something creative to do, knock it out the park, share it with your friends, and stay safe and healthy and be ready for when the worst of this is over.
Word.
That's what I got.
This is the new norm, people. For now. For now.
Yep. For now.
Other than that, though.
Peace out, internet.